Mark, good to see you. Big Social Security news. Insolvency now projected for 2032. Your benefit could be cut by 22%. According to a new trustees report, ongoing tax revenue would cover only 78% of scheduled benefits after the fund is depleted. So, Mark, what does this mean? Because a lot of people assume then that in 2032 they won't get a check, but that's not quite it.
No, I mean, everybody's still going to get a check. And here's the point. If Congress does nothing, which we know that they're pretty good at doing that, then ultimately, yeah, across the board, whether you're receiving benefits or you're on benefits, you're still going to get a check. It's just going to be a lot less.
Mm-hmm. For the average person, they could see a reduction of $500 a month. That's according to the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. Does this mean then that we should claim as soon as we're able at 62?
Well, that's a really good question. And I think a lot of people have this thought that if they claim at 62, especially if they're close to that age, that they're going to be grandfathered in. And that's not true at all. In the planning part of this, you really have to just take into account the cash flow and maybe just discount the model and not even assume that you're going to get any increases or a reduction. But you can see if you take it at 62, here's the problem, because this is what people don't ask. They never ask what they're giving up. And you're giving up you're getting a permanent reduction in your benefit. And if you're married, it's a permanent reduction in the spousal benefit. And that can be detrimental to your retirement income plan. And on top of that, we have to take into consideration the taxation of Social Security.
Yeah, really good point. No headline should really change your claiming strategy.
Correct.
Possible solutions to keeping the fund solvent include increasing the retirement age, decreasing benefits, increasing payroll tax revenue. Which, if any of those solutions, do you think we'll see?
Well, I think we're going to see a multitude of things come out. And, my opinion is, take it or leave it, is that Congress is going to act. I mean, this is one of the biggest entitlement programs that we have. It's super important. I know one of the things I would like them to see them do is actually raise the limits on high income earners of, I believe it's around 167, because once you go beyond that in terms of wage income, you're not contributing to Social Security. If we increase that, that would really help shore up the trust fund. But yeah, they're going to have to do some things, whether it's raise the full retirement age, and we have to really be cognizant of how are they going to treat the taxation of Social Security, how they might change that.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned this before, but just to explain it one more time for everybody watching, Social Security benefits are funded by payroll tax receipts and the trust fund. Once the fund is tapped, the government will only be able to pay benefits equal to incoming payroll tax revenue under current law, meaning, like you said, if Congress does nothing, which they're good at doing, we will see these cuts. So what do we do now to prepare?
Well, I think for a lot of people, when you're doing your planning, you could either take into account those cuts are going to happen in terms of your projections. But I think this is where we have to step back, because one of the ways out of all of this, including the debt that we have, the number of unfunded promises that we don't have the money for, is really we have to go, hey, tax rates are probably going to go up in the future. In fact, the math says they have to go up to get out of this. So I think people also need to look at moving more of their tax deferred money to that tax-free bucket, because if they can create more tax-free income, that can help offset if they have a reduction in their Social Security benefits. And if tax rates go up, the majority of their retirement income is not taxable, because it's all about net spendable cash flow.
Right. No, that's a really important reminder. Social Security, one part of a really big puzzle piece, and it's almost like these puzzle pieces change depending on how you change another one. So, Mark, I know you specialize in helping people determine when they should claim Social Security. If somebody wants to sit down with you, create that financial plan so headlines like these aren't scary, what's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, so they can just give us a phone call. It's 303-681-0113. And anyone on our team would love to talk to you. We can set up a Zoom call, in-person appointment, or a phone call, whichever you like. And it may be an hour, it may be 20 minutes. We'll address all your questions. Or you can go to our website, McGregorwealth.com. And there's ways that you can schedule through the calendar link. And there's a multitude of resources that you have that are available to you that you can take a look at.
Yeah, well worth your time. Mark, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Erin.